2. The story continues. I'm now going to make a long video tonight. I do have to work tomorrow. So, yeah. It's been a really bad fucking day. I did have to make a video on TikTok because, I'm going to address this shit. And if you are black, let me apologize now. I'm going to piss you off. So, brace yourself, because here comes Echo. So I was watching a TikTok, and a Korean guy that I follow, let me rephrase that because he's actually not Korean. An Asian fellow that I follow had went to a Korean barbecue thing, like a Korean festival. And somebody decided, and unfortunately this somebody happened to be a young black man in a wheelchair. Now I don't know if he's legitimately needing to be in a wheelchair, so I'm not going to condemn him for being in a wheelchair. I have nothing against people in wheelchairs. I do have a thing against people who are just stupid just for the sake of being fucking stupid. I want to be famous in the worst way. But I'm going about it the right way. I'm not going to go about it and traumatize other people and do really exceptionally stupid shit to please people. Because that shit's only going to last so far. And your body only can last so long. So this young black man decided he was going to disguise himself as the North Korean dictator. I'm going to butcher the name, but I'm going to try it anyway. Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong some damn body. Kim Jong shakalaka ding dong. Any fucking how. So he's riding around in a wheelchair. His hands are covered with gloves and has an imaginary piece of dynamite on it. His other hand is definitely covered. So you can't tell what his race is in the video at first. So, he has a crew of black people following him around. And he's pretending to light the dynamite. And so a lot of Asian people, specifically Koreans, are highly upset. And I mean, well within their rights, highly upset. Crap. Anyway, they're highly upset. And security asks him to leave at first. And so he doesn't leave, but he timbers down. He stays in like one area for a few minutes, and then he starts all over again. Traumatizing Korean elders and all kinds of other shit, because there were some people who were in Korea who served in the Korean War against the North Korea. And some of those people were actually at the event. So then he continues to do it, and the cops are called. The cops make him take off the mask. Boom. It's a fucking black guy. So, check. He just fucked it up for black people. I made a video about that on my TikTok. If you guys want me to make a video about how certain people can fuck it up for everybody else of the same diaspora, let me know. I'm pretty sure I've made videos like that before. Where I've like, on days like this, I don't want to be black. This is another one of those days where I really don't want to be black. Because this idiot has fucked it up for black people and any Asian people that has been traumatized. Now, they're going to have hate for everybody that's black because this idiot decided, hey, I'm going to be the North Korean dictator and fuck with a whole bunch of goddamn Koreans. So at this point in time, you have to ask yourself, why? There's the light. It's been a shitty week, yo. It's been a fantastically glorious, shitty week. And I should have known that it was going to happen. But there it is again. Like I said, this whole week has been like this. And today's Thursday. It is currently 10:41. So we're going to try to wrap this up within the next 5 to 10. I mean, I'm honestly disappointed at this young man who would not... he wouldn't want anybody who was Asian to ride around in blackface with chains on. He wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want that. I don't think anybody would want that. And I'm pretty sure Koreans probably wouldn't even allow that shit to happen. And though slavery has been a stake in every culture, the black culture has suffered the most from slavery. Alright? But, this dude went too far. As most people tend to do, because they don't consciously think of the consequences of their actions. Well, the cops eventually escorted them out of the place. But before the cops did, the Asian guy that I follows started recording them and all the activities they was doing. And then they got mad. So you got one guy doing the little gangster thing. You know, like he trying to do the Eddie Guerrero shimmy, but he more like, yo, what you filming? What? Like he wanted to fight the guy or whatever. Would have been a terrible thing for him to get his ass beat by a whole bunch of Korean guys because he thought it was bad. You don't fuck with people. Especially when they're having these festivals and shit. Like, no, you don't fuck with them. And contrary to popular belief, yes, not all Asians know Kung Fu, but are you willing to take that chance that you will find the one that doesn't? Because, I have really bad luck. And I got a couple of Asian friends that will stomp the fuck out of a motherfucker. I know who they are. I shouted out to them in the videos today. And I will tell you right now, don't fuck with people. Do not fuck with people. Especially someone from a different cultural background than you. You don't know what kind of ramifications you are causing. That's a Dalmatian. Anyway, the bottom line is that if you have a Korean store next to you and you are a black person and they see that video on TikTok, the ramifications of you being a black person going into a Korean store, now the tensions are up again. Now, I say this with my full chest because, Asians and blacks had got along into that little issue back in California where a Korean lady unalived a black kid because she thought she was stealing. And then she didn't get any time for it. She got like a slap on the wrist. And a lot of black people decided, we're going to burn down everything in Koreatown in California. And a massive riot happened. And innocent people were getting hurt because of this little incident that this Asian lady caused by killing a black girl that she thought was stealing shit. And this is why racism is important. This is why we need to address racism. Because when you don't address an issue, the issue festers until it explodes. And once it explodes, there's no taming an exploding fire. Unless you have a battle dome and suck out all the oxygen, which will kill all the fire. But by the time you figure out how to do all that shit, it's too fucking late. A fire can't burn without oxygen or an igniter. So, what this dude has done has set black people back 15 more steps to the Asian community. It was bad enough when COVID happened, and thanks to the former president with the Kung Flu and the Kung Flu virus and the Wuhan disease and all those comments that he made, which y'all still continue to say, oh, he wasn't racist, he was being a bigot. I wish y'all would Google the definitions of racism and bigotry, and y'all would understand that there's no fucking difference. They just modernized it so that y'all would feel good about yourselves if you are a bigot versus being a racist, when they're exactly the same goddamn thing. And I'm sorry if you're a Trump supporter and that has offended you. I'm really sorry, but if you don't want to see that, then there's nothing I can do to make you see it. Even if you see it and you still deny it, well, it did happen. So whether you like it or not, when Trump started going around talking about the Wuhan virus, assaults on Asians went up. Most of those assaults were done by white people and black people. Most of those people that they were attacked weren't even fucking Chinese, which is the problem. As I said in my video, I can't tell a Chinese person from a Korean person without getting their last name. Same thing with a Japanese person, and I know that there are names that are interchangeable. I also know that most Filipinos also have Spanish names. Alright? But the average Joe ain't gonna look into that if they're fucking racist. To the average Joe, to a racist person, everybody who's of a different color diaspora, they all look the same. So if I was a racist white man or a racist black man and I saw an Asian person and I really wanted to fuck them up, it's not gonna matter that they're not Chinese because they all look the same. And I'm a racist, so I'm gonna go fuck them up. This is what that kid just did. He did the same bullshit that John Lee Muhammad and Malvo, whichever one's the younger one, did when they did the DC Sniper. The DC Sniper happened, I believe, slightly after 9/11. When 9/11 happened, Arabs, Irans, and anybody Muslim was on the top of the chopping block when it came to terrorists or anything else. And then Malvo and Muhammad happened, and they were black. And black people knocked the Arabs and them back off the top of the chart and was back on top. And everybody and anybody who was black had to pay for that shit. I said in my TikTok earlier, I am 5'3.5". I was accused of being a Charlottesville serial rapist who was 6'3" and every bit of 200 pounds. I might look big because of how close I am to the camera. I'm 5'3.5". This is fat. I'm 140 pounds, soaking wet, and I have to lose 5 pounds for my health. But I got hemmed up by 6 ATF agents on the day that my Fallen Dragons, my very first movie, was given back to me by Sundance, and they sent me a really nice letter saying that your movie sucks and we don't do kung fu movies. And then within like 4 or 5 days of that, they had a kung fu movie on the Sundance Channel. And then to turn back around after that, Millennium Studios, who also had my movie and told me my movie sucked, said that they didn't do kung fu movies, and within a year they had the Expendables. And they have another Expendables, and another Expendables, and another Expendables. And I'm mad as hell because they promised us Hollywood East, which is why I never moved out of Charlottesville, because I could live in Charlottesville, go to Petersburg, and work as an actor. At least that was the plan. Except for I'm not a SAG actor, and that shit went south real fucking quick. So they told me to make a movie, I did that, and I got kicked out, pretty much. They never gave me another shot after that. I'm not mad about it, I'm just fucking furious that you don't make a promise that you can't keep. You know, you said Hollywood East. You don't have to move to California or New York anymore. You can work right here in Virginia. And basically that was, you can work right here in Virginia. Anyway, the advertisements never said anything about being a SAG actor. It just said show up. And they were giving high school kids free auditions as long as you had high grades and shit. I wasn't in high school anymore. 93 was long gone. Anyway, the bottom line is that this young man has put black people back from getting any kind of luck in the Asian community. Now, I know not all Asians are going to take it that way, and I did make an apology video to the Asian community for the black community. And as a mixed person, I know how this works. For every one person that is not racist in the Asian community, you're going to find 1 or 2 people that are. But that can be said for the white community and the black community and the native community as well. Because there's no one that's above racism. And don't think because you're black you can't be racist. That's some bullshit that they say on TikTok. Everyone can be racist. Let me explain this to you. If you hate me because my skin tone is different and I am not of the same race as you, you are indeed a fucking racist. If I hate you because you are white, black, Native American, or Asian, or Mexican, or anything else, if I hate you for your race in general, I am a racist. The whole definition of racism has the word race in it. Bigotry, it ain't no different. A strong dislike for people of a different race, gender, etc. They just updated it to make people feel better about themselves, because you can still be a bigot and not be a racist is what they're basically trying to say, which is bullshit. If you're a racist, you are a motherfucking racist. Come hell or high water, you're goddamn racist. Own your shit. Now, if you hate somebody because they're white and you're not, they may not have done anything to you. A whole different group of white people might have done something to you, but now you hate everybody that's white. You're a fucking racist. If you're black and all the white people hate you, even though you had nothing to do with whatever black person fucked them up, they're racist. Same can be said for natives, same thing can be said for Asians and any damn body else. If you literally hate somebody because of the race of human being that they are, or the color of their skin, you're fucking racist. Accept who you are, deal with it, and then learn how to fight. Or learn how to duck. Or more importantly, a good run is better than a bad stand, and I've gone over my time. But the bottom line, this guy has put a wall of racism up again for the Asian community against black people. That being said, I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. If I have offended anybody in this lab, in this video, regardless of your race, I do apologize. But a racist is a racist is a racist. And you shouldn't be a racist. No one on earth is given a chance to pick the race that they want to be. No one. You don't get a choice. Whatever created life besides a dick, a pussy, a sperm, and an egg, whatever gave us our soul, doesn't give you that fucking option. And if he does, I fucked up because I picked the wrong fucking family. But, I mean, what's done is done. I have to live this life until it's over. You know? And so do you. You have to live your lives until it's over. So, until you figure it out, you're just going to have to deal with it. But you don't have to hate anybody of any other race, or you don't have to hate anybody of any other gender just because you don't have the life that you want. But you better fight for the life that you want. Thank you guys for watching. I'm Echo Fan Grey Wolf. This is Comfy Havoc number 2. Be seeing you.